Good morning, student. Today we are going to learn about CMOS delatch. After the completion of today's session, you are able to explain the operation of CMOS delatch, draw the diagram of delatch using CMOS logic, then describe the operation of delatch using transmission gate. So, let's go to the diagram directly. Here in this diagram we can see there is one input and one clock signal is given in the input side, and at the output we get Q bar and Q. And this one is the logic diagram, which is consist of two AND gate and two NOR gate. Okay, so here the circuit has a single input D which is directly connected here, which is directly connected to the S input of the latch. So this one is the S input and this one is the R. Okay, so S input of the latch, the input variable D is also inverted and connected to the R input of the latch. So here it is inverted. Okay, the output Q assumes the value of the input D when the clock is active. Okay, when the clock signal is active, only at that time we get the output similar to the value of D. When the clock signal goes to 0, the output will simply preserve its state. Preserve its state means it hold the previous value. Okay, thus the CK means clock input acts as an enable signal which allows data to be accepted into the latch. Okay, next let's draw the logic diagram using CMOS logic. Means we use this logic diagram to draw the delatch using CMOS logic. So let's draw the delatch using CMOS logic. So first this one is the logic diagram. Here two AND gates are used. So to this AND gate two inputs are given. One is D in, another one is CK. So at the output we get D in into CK. Okay, then here in this AND gate we give two input, that is one is CK and other one is inverted D in. So at the output of this AND gate we get D in bar into CK. Then to this NOR gate one input is given D in into CK and to the other input Q is given. So at the output we get Q bar equal to D in into CK plus Q whole complement. Okay, and to this NOR gate one input is given D in complement into CK and to the other input we give Q bar. So at the output we get D in bar into CK plus Q bar whole complement. Now we use these two equations to draw the delatch using CMOS logic. For that we have to remember the rules. So here two operations are used. One is dot operation, another one is plus operation. So for dot operation, PMOS connected in parallel and NMOS connected in series. And for plus operation, just reverse of this, means PMOS connected in series and NMOS connected in parallel. Okay, so next, basic structure of CMOS. So in basic structure we know that in the upper half we draw the PMOS network, in the lower half we draw the NMOS network, and here VDD is given, and here ground is given, and from this point we take V out, and here inputs are given, okay, as per the number of transistors. Now we draw the diagram using CMOS logic by using these equations. So first we draw this one, okay. So terms are present here are D in into CK and Q. So D in into CK. For PMOS, dot operation means PMOS are connected in parallel. So first we draw PMOS and for the term D in into CK. So they are connected in parallel. This one is D in, this one is CK. Then Q is connected series, in series means plus operation. Plus operation means PMOS connected in series. So here it is connected in series. So PMOS part is complete. Then we draw the NMOS part. In NMOS part, D in into CK are connected in series. So we connect here in series. CK D in. And Q is connected parallelly. Plus operation means parallel connection. So here it is connected in parallel. Okay. So here we connect it to the ground. Then this one is Q. Here D in. So and the cable we connect it to the VDD, and from this point we take our output means Q bar. Okay. So one half of this logic diagram is complete, upper half. Then we draw the lower half. Similar structure is so here we draw the similar structure. So here D in complement into CK. So this one CK, this one D in complement. Then Q bar connected in series, Q bar. Then in the lower part we connect the NMOS. So NMOS, D in bar and CK connected in series. This one is CK, this one is the D in bar, D in complement, and here we connect Q bar. Okay. Then ground VDD. Then from this point we take our output, that is Q. So as per the diagram, here the Q of this NOR gate connected to the output. So here the output connected to the input like this. Here this output connected to this input. So we can take it common also, CK. So our diagram is complete. So next we discuss about the timing diagram. So in this timing diagram we can easily observe that when clock is active or 1, only at that time we get the output similar to the input. Okay. Or when the clock is inactive, we can observe that it reserve the state, means hold the previous state. Okay. See here, this one is the clock signal and this one is the input. So this one is the CK or clock equal to 1. So when clock is 1, at that time this one is the input signal. So here the dotted line is given. Within this dotted line the output changes according to the input. See here, after this dotted line the input is like this and this output is also like this, means similar data we get at the output. But after this dotted line, see here, after this dotted line there is no change in output. It holds the last state, means here the state is 0, so it continue the state is in 0. But after this dot line, means when the clock is 1, again the value changes according to the input value, means within this range here the input signal is changing and the output is similarly changes according to the input. And after the dotted line, means when the clock is 0, within that it just hold the previous value. So this is the timing. So delatch using transmission gate. So when we use a transmission gate for delatch operation, first let's take this part only. Okay, so when we give 0 here and take clock as 1, then at the output we get 0 as per the principle of transmission gate. And when we give 1 here and clock equal to 1, then also we get the data, input data. But if 0 is given here, then it provides a high impedance, mean at the output we never get the input. So as per the truth table of delatch, we know that it holds the previous data when the clock signal is 0. But a single transmission gate is not able to hold the previous data. In order to hold the previous data, we have to upgrade the circuit. For that we add this part, in which we use 2 inverter and another transmission gate. Okay, so see here, when we give 1 here and clock equal to 1, then the data transmitted here, then again inverter inverted it to 0, then 0 inverted it to 1, then at the output Q equal to 1. That means we get the data. And when we look into the loop, then here clock equal to 1, and because of clock equal to 1 the circuit provides a path. But here clock bar is given and here clock is given. Because of that, here we give 0 and here we give 1. And we know that NMOS is in off condition when 0 is given at its gate, and PMOS is in off condition when 1 is given to its gate, means here it is a open circuit. So we can draw the diagram like this. Okay. D, this one is CK equal to 1, here also CK equal to 1, and here is the Q. So when CK equal to 1, the circuit is like this. But when we give here 0 and CK also 0, okay, then what happened? This data cannot be transmitted to this point, okay, as this one is a open circuit. So in the previous step, here we get 1, so here 1 comes to this point, then clock equal to 0 means here clock inverted, means 1 is given and here 0 is given. So this one is a closed path, so it is, this value is transmitted here, then applied to the inverter, so it becomes 0, then again inverted and we get 1. So when this part is in cut up state, this part act as a loop and hold the previous data. So the diagram looks like, one second, when clock is 0, okay, the diagram is looks like this, when clock equal to 0. So this is all about delatch. Thank you.